So good. I decided to do this video in bed today in case I need to lay down. I got some feelings to share, and you know, they're not all cute. Welcome. This beauty and aging thing is no joke. As I was working on this video, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to do a trigger warning because I'm triggered. I know it's only beauty and aging, but also it's beauty and aging. This is really an invitation for all of us because I'm still working it out. So if you find yourself getting emotionally uncomfortable, take a deep breath. We're all in this together. The ultimate goal is to feel good. So please know this is being shared from a place of love for anyone watching this. No love for the patriarchal beauty standards, though. Also, moving forward, the patriarchy will be referred to as them. No disrespect to the non-binary brothers and sisters out there. All love to you. So here's what I learned about myself. I make beauty choices as a way to try and heal some of my emotional and mental wounds. Meaning, I make beauty choices to try to live up to society's beauty standards so I can feel better about myself. Now, I was shocked because I am not a beauty person. To have to face that about myself was not pleasant, but more on that later. Let's start with the word anti-aging. Adjective. Definition, designed to prevent the appearance of getting older. First known use, 1943, which means we've been getting messed with for a very long time. Okay, please adjust your volume before I give you my thoughts on the word anti-aging. I'll wait. No. I am so anti-aging. I can't even. Here's the thing. Mother Nature intended for us to age. So why would we want to get into a tussle with Mother Nature? We aren't going to win that. And it's exhausting. Not to mention, to be anti-aging is to be anti-yourself. Because from the moment we're born, we're aging. It gets even deeper, though. I found a TEDx talk by Dr. Lindsay Kite about beauty standards and self-worth. In there, she said, girls and women aren't only suffering because of the unattainable ways beauty is being defined. We're suffering because we are being defined by beauty. Society, they tell us our value is based on our beauty. And our beauty is based on how young we look. Well, that's it for middle age then, isn't it? Whew, I'm getting a hot flash. It's so funny I'm getting a hot flash right now because this is where I started getting triggered. Oh God, hot flashes. I swear to God, maybe they get triggered by emotions. Anyway, so now I'm triggered. And I'm thinking, okay, great. Now what? I see everything in a different light. What am I supposed to do with that? We've been conditioned so thoroughly to value a narrow ideal of beauty and youth that it's virtually impossible for any of us to truly love who we are and the way we look, especially in middle age. I've been working on being okay with my body since my late 20s. It started with me feeling very insecure about being too thin. Men would always say things like, yeah, I'd check for you if you had a little more meat on those bones. And women would say things like, do you even eat? You look anorexic. Those comments from other women would bring me to tears sometimes. But then I had an aha moment. I realized people were reflecting back to me my own feelings about my body. So I decided to brainwash myself. I stood in front of a mirror every day with no clothes on and told myself that I looked best naked. Now, in the beginning, my head was like, what are you doing? This is not true. But I persevered and eventually came to believe that my body naked, unadorned, was how it looked best. Here's what's deep is that after I did that, people stopped commenting about my weight. So I definitely think there's a correlation between how we feel about our bodies and what people reflect back to us. I actually did a video on that process, and I will put the link in the description. It's just like a minute and a half long. The sad thing is YouTube censored it. I guess they censored it because I wore pasties over my nipples, nude pasties over my nipples, and nude underwear because I wanted to look as naked as I could without actually being naked. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Because they listen to everything. I will make a few more comments about it in my newsletter. Which reminds me, if you haven't, please subscribe to my newsletter at stephaniedanger.com. It is where I am truly uncensored and share all my thoughts. What I've come to realize is that the whole body image thing, it's like a lifelong battle. First, it was, for me, body weight, and now it's getting old and aging. There's always something for them to prey on. About 5 years ago, I was getting a beauty treatment, laser hair removal. Told you I was still working it out, although I don't do that anymore. As I was checking out at the office, the receptionist said, "Oh, I noticed you have some dark spots on your face there. Did you want to take care of those?" No, I would not. I like my face just the way it is. Are you saying there's something wrong with my face? Oh, no, of course not. I just thought you might want to. No, I do not. That is some passive aggressive bullshit right there. Now, I was polite at the time. The preying on our appearance, it's just, she is lucky I wasn't menopausal then. Because now that I'm dealing with hot flashes and mood swings that bring on moments of rage, anyone who thinks they have the right to comment on mine or anyone else's physical appearance, this is what I'd like to do to them. I want to go. No! Stop it! No! You know what? At the end of the day, I'm just tired. I don't want to fight Mother Nature. It doesn't feel good. It feels dishonorable to me. I really want to redefine beauty and aging on my terms. I just don't feel strong enough to maintain the state of mind with everything going on out there. Hopefully, some of you will join me on my anti-aging movement. Let's care for one another as whole beings. I'm currently working my way towards another brainwashing. This time, I'll be tackling my gray hair. So one of my first steps is getting really honest about my hair and it being gray and how I feel about that. And to get below my superficial automatic answers, I use this really powerful self-discovery tool called the repeating question, which I learned from one of my mentors. Shout out Vanda. And how it works is one person asks the other person the same question over and over again. But the person answering the question needs to take the time to find a different answer every time it's asked. And the thinking is when you give the mind the same question continually, it forces us to search for more and more authentic answers. It's ideal to do it with two people, but you can do it on your own. The main rule is to be patient. This is how it went down when I did this around my gray hair. What is stopping you from letting your hair go gray? Well, first, I'm a commercial actress, and my calling card is headshots. And if I go gray, I have to get new headshots. You know, I'll end up probably in a whole new category as far as the things I get sent out for. And one, that's a lot of work I'm not sure I'm ready to put in right now. And two, I'm not sure I'm ready to be put in whatever category I'm going to get put into if I let my hair go gray. What is stopping you from letting your hair go gray? Well, the process to go gray would mean either I have a 4 or 5 year journey of letting all that gray work through my entire head of hair, or I chop all my hair off and just start from scratch, which I've been tempted to do. But yeah, that's a psychological journey that I would have to prep myself for. What is stopping you from letting your hair go gray? The idea that when I go gray, I will lose a level of visibility in the world. It's just really hard. And even though part of me doesn't give a shit about that, there is another part of me, hello ego, who is not down for that at all and wants to fight tooth and nail to hold on to whatever is left of what it's been conditioned to think holds value. What is stopping you from letting your hair go gray? I guess there's like a finality to it. You know, it's the final frontier as far as acknowledging where you are in life. And even though I'm really happy with so many things that I could not have had I not lived this long, it's like a death, I guess. It represents a bit of a death when you let go of that physical attribute. There is a little part of me that's like, this may not be true. I find anything that is tied to my ego usually is not really reliable. But that doesn't stop it from being uncomfortable. It doesn't stop it from the reality of there are experiences that I've had. And so, yeah, I got to get past those. So there you have it. That's an example of doing the repeating question. almost every time you do it, if you do it genuinely and are willing to be honest with what comes up, some stuff will come up. Some stuff will come up. But I really want to go gray. There is something freeing about not fighting against what your body is trying to do. So we'll see. Years ago, I shot a couple of Dove spec commercials. And one of the instructions I gave to actresses coming to audition was absolutely no makeup. I will not audition you if you show up with makeup on. And the beauty I saw that day was amazing. Women were relaxed in a way I rarely see. And I think it was because they knew they weren't going to be judged based on normal beauty standards. One woman actually told me that it was so freeing for her to wake up and not have to worry about how she looked before coming to this audition. There is a stunning beauty that shines through when we're told it's okay to be ourselves. Recently, I shot a pitch video for a series I want to do one day on goddesses, and one of the featured goddesses is Dhumavati. She is known as the crone goddess of disappointment and letting go. So, not one of the most popular goddesses, but an important one. The actress playing her, when she saw her clip in the pitch video, she actually called me up and she said, "I don't think I've ever looked so bad and looked so good." And I was like, yes! Exactly. The practice of both and. We need to celebrate that we've lived this long, because that's not guaranteed. And also acknowledge that there are challenges that come with getting older. Both and. The word that kept coming up for me with these actresses was permission. What if we gave ourselves and each other permission to love our naked selves? I'm not saying give up makeup and beauty treatments, but let's at least acknowledge how this stuff is being peddled to us. And from that perspective, get really honest about why we use it. And then we can reevaluate our relationship with these products. No more doing it to be accepted by them. Let's make our own pleasure and desires the motivation for why we use beauty products. I think we can make a pretty big shift just by looking at the language we use. For example, I look good with or without makeup. They're just two different types of good. To me, that statement makes makeup a fun thing to play with, a form of expression, and not something that says I'm my best only when I have makeup on. How many times has someone said to you, "You look tired"? Let's stop doing that to each other. If someone looks tired, don't focus on their appearance. Ask them how they're feeling. Care for the whole person. I also give you permission to clap back. When Alicia Keys started going public without makeup, Adam Levine saw her on the set of The Voice putting on a little makeup. And he tried to call her out saying, "Oh, I thought Alicia Keys didn't do makeup." And Alicia Keys responded with, "I do whatever the fuck I want." The clapback also applies if you have no problem with your use of makeup and or aging. Just carry on. The world flipping upside down has given us all a rare opportunity to reevaluate pretty much everything, if we want to. Most people I know stopped beautifying themselves as much during this time. So maybe in the before times, we weren't doing beauty for us. And if that's the case, is it possible to go back out into the world caring less about what others think when it comes to our outer appearance? I'm just going to leave that there for us all to ponder. As long as we live in societies where they are okay preying on our insecurities so they can make money, this is lifelong work. But as Helen Mirren said, if you're not aging, you're dead. So let's choose to be the best version of the age we are. If you do Instagram, check out at 50 Years of a Woman. I love this French woman. The comfort she has with her aging body is mesmerizing to me. It's like my new beauty goal. Comfort and joy with what is. Please subscribe to my channel if you feel moved to, and hit the little bell icon. That'll notify you every time I publish a new video. I am grateful. Midlife is a time for reflection. It's a reset. It's prep for female elderhood. It requires bravery to embrace this role. So let's support each other by being kind to ourselves and each other. Our daughters, our nieces, our granddaughters, they're all watching us. Let's be rebels for them and Stephanie Danger, beauty and aging. Love you. Okay, taking a nap.